Hello everyone, here's a setup I'd like to go over. I've had a lot of questions about this recently and we've had a lot of success with this setup over the last few months. The obvious reason is because we've had a large fall in many markets. Now I'm looking at copper futures, HG, ticker symbol HG, copper COMEX futures. And this is a setup I've really liked and used for many years. And it's sort of getting in a bit earlier if you're slightly more aggressive. It's a sort of cup and handle formation, but you're jumping the gun, you're getting in a bit earlier and it pays. I mean, you might not have a higher probability and a higher success rate as a cup and handle formation, but definitely the profit outweighs it. So probably only looking to be right. I think on average my return rate's about 38%, but it's been very profitable returns from them 38% of winners. Now, what are we looking for in this sort of setup? We're looking at a copper chart, and as you can see back here in October 08, stock copper comes off heavily. We get the moving averages all cross, all parallel, all below each other. 200 EMA, 50 EMA, 8 and 21 period EMA on a daily chart, all crossed, heading down. Stock collapses, copper, few slight retraces to the 8 EMA and the 21, but carries on now. But obviously we're not interested at all. But now we start to get a consolidation period through the start of 09. It's consolidating below the 50-day EMA, exponential moving average. And you can see we're getting some attempts here. Now we're no stock will move straight up or come straight down. After these moves, it's going to consolidate. People have made a lot of profit here from $3 down to $1.50. Huge move in copper. Stocks consolidating. People deciding what's happening now. It does help when you're following some fundamental news to put to use with your technical analysis. So it's good to be a technician, but it's good to have some fundamental understanding of the macroeconomy. So it helped us to know that as it starts to consolidate around here, the Chinese are buying copper. And I believe it was back in March that actually they bought most of the copper in London. And that has a big effect, obviously, on a market. Once the Chinese big buyers now in the market buy, they move markets, as they did with soybeans recently. So now, more importantly, we're looking at this consolidation, deciding what we're going to do. Well, we know if the stock breaks through here, we maybe look at a few indicators and decide, shall we get short and see if it starts another downward leg? Or can it break above the 50? So this is what I'm looking for. So a lot of technicians will look for this downward leg, consolidation, scoop back up around here, a handle to form, and then buy above the highs on a breakout. But you can see we've already, they would have missed this huge move. Now I'm saying I do use cup and handle formations, but I want to be a bit more aggressive sometimes and try and enhance my profits. So I'm waiting. Now we get a failed attempt here. See where my cursor is. We get a failed attempt. We're looking for this stock to push through the 50. The 8 and the 21 have already crossed. 8 and 21 EMA, exponential moving average, to cross. The stock to break through the 50 on higher volume. So why was we able to filter out this false move? See here it failed once. Bullish engulfing, bearish engulfing the next day. Long wicks on the 50. Sellers pushing it back down. Well, we got the spike in volume right on this bar here. We've got a huge bullish engulfing line. But the reason we was able to filter it out, we look for a 3% move above the 50 period EMA. So wherever the breakout is level is, we're looking for a 3% move above. We just about got the 3% move. However, the next criteria is we're looking for it to remain above the breakout period level, which is on this chart, the 50 period EMA, for 2 days. So we got one day it poked above, second day it held, third day, second day it came back below again. So it didn't hold for them 2 days fully. Now also when we look what we're looking for to filter out, so we're looking for it to break through the breakout level, hold for 2 days, but we're looking to see a couple of bullish candles. These are bearish candles, as you can see. We're looking for it to go slightly higher for our 3% level, then consolidate for a couple of days, pull back, and we buy off the 50 if I stop below the 21. So we was able to filter that out. So we move along, we continues to consolidate. Here we get a poke through again. We get the higher volume we're looking for. So we've poked through there. Next day we gap up, which is really what we're looking. Gap up is a stronger signal. We get this spike in volume, as you can see with this bar here. Now we get 1, 2, 3. We've got our 3 days. We've got our day through and our day through the 50, the breakout level, and then we have our 2 day consolidation above it. Okay, one's a bearish candle, but the second one's a more bullish candle. Now we're interested. Two options: pull back to the 8 But I think here you can buy a pullback to the 50. We get our pullback to the 50. We take a slight bit of heat for one day, go slightly out the money, but we do not go below the 50 period EMA. Let me zoom. So I've zoomed in here a bit for you. So there's my cursor. There we go. There's the breakthrough. There's the spike in volume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days we stay above it. The longer it stays above, the more bullish that is. And then finally we get going and we get this move. Let's watch it unravel. And there we are. And this is a great move. So we got from $1.59 up to a high of $2.20. Now that's a great move in copper, big contract copper. You can see here what happens is it just strong uptrend that will just bounce off the 8 period EMA. So if you miss it here and you're more aggressive, you can see the setup has unfolded. You may have missed it. You just buy pullbacks to the 8 period EMA with a stop below the 21. Bang, bang, just pops nicely off the 8 all the way up to the 200. And now you can see consolidating at the 200 but forming lower highs. Needs to break through these levels here and we can have another breakout trade possibly on our hands again, but we'll watch this one closely. So I've had a lot of questions about the setups that I've been using recently. I don't know if you follow our newsletter. We've been doing reasonably well through March, April and May after a tough January and December. So it's them sort of setups that I like, that I've used over the years, but you'll always have to continually be monitoring. What's worked 2-3 years ago may not work now. That's why we keep an in-depth trading journal, trading blotter, record all our trades. We want to know what's working. We realized in January and December equity trades weren't working out for us at all. We switched to the forex market, we switched to commodities, and we've had a lot more success. So it's all about being flexible, nimble, having confidence in yourself, but understanding as a trader we're all slightly fallible and that we need to sometimes change strategies we're using in the market, and then we will get the success that we want. Okay everyone, if you have any questions about this video, you're more than welcome to email me at martin@thegeniustrader.com. That's Martin, MARTIN, at thegeniustrader.com. Just put YouTube video on copper breakout. Look forward to speaking to you again soon. Until then, happy trading.